Alright guys, back again. Bit of an 2025 update video for this one. So let you guys know what to expect from the channel for the year, roughly. Everything changes, it's a big year. So looking back, I started this YouTube channel a year ago and it's really started to kick off. Still only small, but everything's got to start somewhere. So trying to make each video I make more interesting, edited better, like just do everything in a better way. So still trying to find how to get that all to work, and it's getting better. So you just got to bear with me till I figure out how to make everything consistently good. So, but big year this one. I got camo Ute, as you would have seen. I've got the mini tub started on it, so that's a major sheet metal thing I've got to get done. So I've released that as part 1 already. Part 2 will be out very shortly. Yeah, and part 3, which is currently where it's at, just full welding out everything and doing all the finishing off of the sheet metal work on that. So that's where that's at the moment. We'll go over that one in a second in a bit more detail as to what's going on with that. Also, I do have my buddy's GQ Patrol here. Probably won't film much of that at all because it's just a car I'm helping a friend out with. I'll do a bit of a walk around and explain sort of what's been going on with that. But yeah, he sort of got himself into a pickle by buying something for his daughter, and it really didn't shape up to be what it was supposed to be, as these things are, and patrols are terribly notorious for being rust buckets. So I've got a lot of fix up for him to sort this one out, but that is what it is. I'll go over that in a minute. Also, I have been out to a property out where I'm from, out at Tara originally, out west, which is where my Crown came from. It came from a little town called Chinchilla, which is the best place to be buying old cars from because they're just patina dry rust. No terrible rust that you get down here towards the coast area. But yeah, so I have been out to that property with my son. We did a bit of a road trip, filmed the whole trip, walked around this property with like heaps, not hundreds, because the property has been emptied out over the years. It had hundreds of cars, but it's down to a select few, which have all now, after releasing this video, they would have well and truly been gone to the scrapper by now, because when I got out there about 4 or 5 weeks ago, they'd actually were destined for the scrapper a week after that. So I managed to get in there just before they all went to scrap, which is a bit sad. I wish I could have saved a couple of them, but just didn't have the time off work and everything to get a car trailer to sort out negotiation deals with picking up a couple of them to get them out and save them for a later date at my mum's property. So, but look out for that video. That one's coming as well, which will probably be shortly after this one, as well as part 2 of the Valiant Tubs. Also, I do have a mini truck show, Halfway Havoc, which I'm going to try and do a lot of filming for and stuff like that with the boys from No Regrets. Give a bit of a behind the scenes look at our wild antics and a bit of a look at the mini truck show, which will be pretty cool. There's something exciting there. Not sure what else to expect in the regards of us going out and doing things. If me and Ryan, my oldest, go out to see some cars or do some things, I'll be sure to film it. But yeah, for the most part, that's where it's at. So we'll just sort of go over a couple of the cars, all the cars I've got here and what the plan is for them this year. And yeah, stay tuned, and thanks to everyone that's been subscribing and watching the videos and everything. I know it's a bit hard to watch at the moment because they're not up there with some of the other better automotive channels, but I'm working hard to really push what I'm doing in a good direction. So just gotta keep going with it. So, but yeah, so that's it. Let's have a look at some of these cars. So yeah, so first up, We have just mum's little runabout Lancer thing, 5-speed manual. Clutch slave is actually inside the gearbox, which is a good time, so I've had to drop all the box out and everything to replace that. So get this little thing all running, back happy again. So eventually I do have to give that a bit of a custom paint job and tidy up for my mum, but that's a little bit further way down the track when I get on top of some of these other cars I've got going on. So the next one that, as you can see, this thing. So GQ Patrol, absolute rust bucket, absolute nightmare, but it's coming along pretty nice. So this thing looked terrible, dented, rusted, busted, all that good stuff. So sort of getting into the quarter repair on that. Also having to do a quarter chop to take the new quarter chop rear bar, because all the quarters were damaged and everything like that. So I've got the filler plates for that one. I have started the process at the front. So we've got some bed liner, which has been tinted in Ford Stealth Grey, because everyone goes Nardo Grey, and Nardo Grey just looks like really washed out primer. So this thing looks a lot better in the Stealth Grey. So I've bed lined all that. Also, everyone who does a bonnet entry snorkel just cuts it and leaves it. Just bear with me for a second while I open this bonnet again. One-man band, so gotta deal with the very amateurish filming at the moment. But yeah, so I have bedlined the bonnet, the guards all in the Ford Stealth Grey. We have got all the engine bay in black bed liner, which looks really good. Pretty happy with it. The reason we went with bed liner is there is no way I was body working one of these things to take good quality paint. But if I can stop the glare, you can see all in here has been plated up, welded up, nice and sealed. All the bonnet structures all back in it again, which you don't usually get when people do this. And again, it's not my OCD comes into it. All the bolts get replaced, everything gets done properly, all the VIN tags all been removed, re-riveted back on, and everything's all done nicely. So it's like a over and above bedliner job. But yeah, that thing is just when I have spare time, I get onto it. My mate is actually doing a lot of the prep work with his daughter because it's his daughter's car. So a bit of a father-daughter thing out there going on. They're doing all the prep work and stuff. I'm just doing all the hard yards on the more technical stuff. That's, yeah, welding, cutting, grinding. They're doing all the grunt work like the sanding. So that's where that's at. Then we got Camo's Ute. This thing's progressing along quite nicely. I have had a bit of a break on it over the Christmas break, just doing some family stuff and that kind of thing. But wheel tubs are coming along, starting to get all that welded out. Then I've just got the finishing plates. You would have seen that I dropped the first part 1 of the mini tubs. Part 2 I've already edited, so that'll be out very shortly. And currently welding and finishing will be part 3. So it's a 3-stage thing. So sadly my computer can only process things up to about half an hour. Pushing it over half an hour, it sort of has a bit of a fit. So I am planning on getting the computer upgraded and stuff so I can film more, make things a bit more lengthy so I'm not having to break stuff up. But for now, is what it is, just got to get through it. But also pretty excited about this. So when you look at the floor pan on the Valiant, it's all rotted out and all the rest of it. So Camo has invested in 2 floor pans, left and right floor pan for the Ute, so brand new sheet metal in there for those floor pans. And also some cowl panel plates, so we can fix that up. So we've got those coming for the, we've got those already. So once I get towards the front of the car, I can get those in. So I have to do those ones first, and he has currently ordered, which will be here soon, chassis connectors. So we're doing chassis connectors on this, which will link this chassis here all the way to this one here. So it's a big chassis connector plate that links all that, stiffens the car up and stops the center of the car being a crumple zone. So there is a lot of things going to be happening to this year, and I'm super excited to get this thing done. So my goal is to at least have this finished, if not ready to be painted and finished by the end of the year. So that's my big goal. That's the big one. So that one you're going to see a lot of. Now, as for the other two, the Corolla. So the Corolla, my goal for it this year is to get the motor all built, get all the motor painted and everything, get that motor back in the engine bay and stuff. Hopefully get it all running and driving again. That way then I can drive it in and out of the spray booth and everything like that, because I got to do all the body work and paint, all the rest of it. So I can get that motor back in there, get it all running, happy days. And then it's on to paint and panel on the Corolla. So Corolla, I've decided also I'm going to push that one a little further. So it's still going to be a little daily driver. Little runaround car, little car I can take to shows, have some fun with, just fun little car. But I have decided that being my Crown is going to be a fairly long way off, because I keep feeling sorry for my friends and doing their cars. I needed something that I could really get in and enjoy. So I am looking into, with the help of some friends, looking into putting that on air suspension as well. So we're going to bag the Corolla. So get that thing down on the ground, have some fun with it, and then just all the details and OCD on that thing will be just an absolutely wild Corolla. Not at all what it's meant to be, but gonna have some fun with that one. So, because nobody actually cares about an AE 101 Corolla, except for obviously me and a few people out there who actually like them. So, but lots of fun coming for that one. The Crown will sort of be on the back burner for a while. Just too many things going on, need to get on top of a lot of things. So the Crown will not really be seeing a lot of movement. If anything, I've got all the plates laser cut out for the engine mounts, all that sort of stuff. So very well could end up just getting all the engine mount plates set, welded and everything on the motor side, and maybe just put the motor on an engine stand and work out what I'm doing motor wise with that thing. So if anything, it'll just be buying parts as I find them, putting them in the car and putting them to the side. So Crown will most likely be not this year, next year. Now, the one that's going to fill in a bit of void as well will be the Amarok. So the Amarok will be, it's been in the plan for a while, I just haven't been able to take it off the road because I need to drive it every day. So I bought that Amarok a couple of years ago, then I got hit in a hailstorm, so I've got to fix all the hail damage on it. I've got a new bonnet there, I've got a new guard there, new tailgate, heaps of panels for it ready to get cracking on it, new front bumper bar, all that sort of stuff, because amazingly the hail managed to damage the plastic bumper bar and put ripples all through the top of the bar and stuff. So plan for that is to bedline the roof, because I'll be putting the roof rack onto it, and obviously I can't wash the roof all the time. I can't be pulling the roof rack on and off to wash and polish the roof. And if you can't get up there, clean it and polish it, it delaminates. So rather than have a delaminating roof underneath the roof rack, I will bedline the roof. And it's a hardy product, so it'll last with the roof rack on, and then I only have to pull it off probably once every 6 months, if not 12 months, and give it a good clean up, give it a good scrub, make sure it's all good. So that's a better alternative than painting it in nice shiny paint that will never get polished and it'll just tarnish and delaminate anyway. So get that all bedlined. And my son Ryan had a go at me a while ago after I sold my black Toyota Surf about the fact that I don't have a cool car anymore, Dad. So I asked him, I was like, all right then, so the Amarok's very boring white, what colour should we paint it? And he chose purple. So the Amarok is going to be getting painted in Holden Cosmo Purple, which I've already got all the paint for it sitting there and everything like that. I just need to get stuck in and get it done. So what I'm going to do with the Amarok is I'm not actually going to film it and put it out. I'm just going to film every time I work on it, what I'm doing, everything like that, and then I'm just going to dump a big video on the Amarok paint job, because all it is a paint job, it's nothing too crazy. So I will just dump a big video of that. That way then you can sort of see the process, because it's going to be everything. It's going to be engine bay paint, doors off, paint all the door jambs, all of that sort of stuff. So do it all properly, because I can't handle a door shut respray where you open the door and it's a different colour. I just cannot deal with that. That's just me though. So that's the Amarok, and yeah. Yep. So that's it for this one. Pretty much that'll be it. Yeah, thanks to everyone who's been subscribing. It's been a great last year for the channel, so it's grown more than what I thought it would have. I honestly thought I would have given up because it just didn't gain any traction, or what I was doing wasn't all that exciting. So, but hopefully this year I've got some good plans, got a lot of work to do, so hopefully I can really get 2025 cracking, and then just keep rolling with the punches, as they say, and get it all happening from there. So thanks to everyone for all the views and all the subscriptions, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.